Hi guys, welcome back to Easy Pro. In this tutorial, we celebrate the season of love with this stunning Valentine's package flyer template design. We've already understood the fundamentals of flyer design in the previous tutorial, so make sure to check it out before proceeding with this one. As always, I've included the links to all the resources and assets used in this design tutorial in the video description below. Without any further delay, let's get started. To recreate this flyer template design, we are going to be working in 5 stages. For the first stage, we focus on the heading of the flyer. For the second stage, the content of the flyer. For the third stage, we focus on the icons and contact information. For the fourth stage, we add fields to the text, flyer content and the icons. And for the final stage, we add the background and the gift item images. We already have the standard flyer size, so we do not need to resize the page. We start by drawing a rectangle that matches the dimensions and proportions of the original flyer design. Let's now send the original flyer template design to the front of the page. We can now proceed with the heading of the flyer. We've already seen in the previous tutorial how to properly trace a portion of a bitmap image to a vector object. Let's just use the custom font to recreate the text content in the heading. So we break the text apart and place them in their appropriate positions. Now for this particular text, we have uppercase letters, and we can decide to change it to lowercase letters or title case. A faster way to do this is by simply double clicking on the text, then press Ctrl A to select all the text objects. Now we press Shift F3 on our keyboard, and this brings us to change case. So we have the sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, title case and toggle case. Since we want the title case, just simply select title case and click on OK. And just like that, we have the title case. We now focus on these two design elements. For this particular element, we can simply select the polygon tool. Then here, make sure we have 3 sides. Then simply draw the triangle. Then we come up here to mirror vertically and resize to match the element. For the second element, we can simply trace it out. So we select the rectangle tool, draw a rectangle across the element. While holding on to the shift key, select the bitmap image, then come up here and select intersect. We can now delete the rectangle and move the bitmap image aside. Next, we select it, then come up here to bitmaps, convert to bitmap, change the color mode to grayscale, ensure the third is selected and click on OK. We go back to bitmaps, mode, black and white. Ensure that the conversion method is line art and adjust the threshold to your preference. Next, we go to trace bitmap, outline trace, line art. So we come up here to ungroup all the objects and we delete the original bitmap image. So we highlight and press Ctrl L to combine them together. We can now place it in its position. We move on to stage 2, which is the content of the flyer. So we select the rectangle tool, then replicate the text boxes. We can select the shape tool to make the edges curved. While holding on to the Ctrl key, we can drag and duplicate the text box in another location. We now proceed with the price boxes. Let's now recreate the inner dotted price box. So we select the outer one, then let's select the contour tool. So let's create a contour. So we break them apart, select the inner one, then let's change its outline width. Then we come here to line style and choose the appropriate line style. So like we did with the text boxes, while holding on to the Ctrl key, you drag and duplicate in another location. Next, we focus on the heart bullets. So we can simply trace the heart bullet out, but let me show you an easier way to form a heart. So you select the rectangle tool, then you draw a rectangle, then let's select the shape tool, then select the top nodes and make them curved. Then while holding on to the Ctrl key, we rotate the rectangle. Then press L for left alignment and B for bottom alignment. Next, we select both rectangles and come up here to roll them together. And lastly, while holding on to the Ctrl key, we rotate the heart. So we can now place it in its location. We now proceed with the list items. To reduce the spacing between these two texts, we highlight the nodes of the bottom text using the shape tool. Then we move it to the desired location. We now move on to the prices. Let's now draw a straight line for this border element. As you can see, our flyer is coming together nicely. We now move on to stage 3, and that is the icons and contact information. So we now import the icons and trace them out. Now, since these two are the same font, you can simply duplicate this and type out the contact information. We now move on to the fourth stage, where we add fields to the text, flyer content, and the icons. So we duplicate the original flyer design and sample colors from it. We now select our color eyedropper tool and sample colors from the original flyer template design. We now remove the outlines from the text and objects to give it a neater look. And for the last and final stage, we add the gift item images and the background. So we place the images in their respective positions. Let's now delete the original flyer design underneath. And let's import the background image. So we can simply power clip it inside the rectangle. Then press P to place it at the center of the page. So guys, we have successfully completed this beautiful Valentine's package flyer template design. But one last thing before I conclude this video, you would observe that the text boxes have colored shadows. So let's add that to our own design. So let's select a text box, then select the shadow tool. Then let's add shadow to the text box. Next, we add a color to it. And just like that, we have the desired effect. Now, instead of applying the same shadow effect to each of the text boxes one at a time, we can simply select our attribute eyedropper tool. Then under effects, make sure shadow is selected. Then we click on the text box that we apply the shadow effect to. We now click on the remaining boxes to apply the exact color shadow effect. So that will be all for this tutorial. Feel free to customize the heading, content, contact information, gift item images and background to your preference. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.